Gentlemen, right this way.
Said wait till he comes on here for the cameras.
Well, they're in here. We gotta shoot them.
Everything's on camera here, unfortunately.
It's a TV show,
Sign releases.
What's going on, guys? Very serious today. You don't want to talk at all? Maybe get a thumbs up or something? You guys want to touch me real quick for the TV show?
No, you're gonna wait till we go on in.
Usually we do like a little pre, just a little hello or a wave or something.
Not this time.
Not this time?
Glenn, go ahead.
I wanted to get on when the Jesus Twins were in there, so I could tell them, man, they're a waste of life. They're like little faggots.
All right, well, why don't I get the Jesus Twins in and you can tell them yourself. The Jesus Twins haven't been on this show in a couple of years, I don't think.
Suck.
They're guys who have a rock group. As far as I know, they never had a hit song.
Have they been recorded by anyone but themselves?
Yeah. And they evidently got very violent in the green room and punched one of our pictures and broke the glass.
You guys just spray only.
Nice.
Oh, you knocked it off?
Sorry about that.
Alright, it's alright. You guys knocked it off or you punching it off? We're here banging.
Sorry.
You hit it flew off. It's alright, just
You
be
gotta
careful of the glass. Don't touch the glass. Try not to break anything. Be careful. Let me see your hand. What happened to your hand? It's alright?
Yeah.
Is it bleeding?
No,
it's
it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Let me see it. I just want to make sure you're not.
It's fine.
You don't have any glass in there or anything?
Cool.
I wonder what they look like now. The last time we saw them, they had changed into a more beefy, kind of short.
They have mohawks.
cropped hair
They've
look.
changed
Yeah.
again.
And the Jesus Twins punched a picture of Ralph in the green room. And their hand, they said the picture frame broke, but your hand is bleeding.
Yeah.
So clearly you guys...
They're as forthcoming as they've always been.
Well, let's see if this interview goes well.
I gave him that before.
Hello, Jesus Twins.
They look good.
Why would you punch a picture? Now you've hurt your hand. Which Jesus Twin is bleeding?
Yes, this one right
The
here,
red- with the
closest to
red
me.
shirt.
Yeah.
What is your name? I never can tell you guys apart.
You.
The microphone fan?
What's your
You
name?
got a microphone. You got microphones. You're bleeding.
Howard, right now. I'm sorry about the glass.
Why did you punch the picture?
Howard, we're sitting there for 2 hours, supposed to be on the show.
But you guys know we have scheduling problems.
Listen, let's forget about the glass.
You guys were scheduled for 7. We got you on at 8.
All right, listen, right now, let me just say one thing.
You guys are so angry. Why would you? Your whole hand is bleeding. Before you get to your one thing, you guys got to get into some sort of anger management
Yeah,
program.
how are you going to make it with all this anger?
Howard, when you're representing 30,000 people serving life in prison.
Wait a second. I thought you guys are recording artists.
Howard, we're representing 30,000 people serving life in prison for a nonviolent offense.
Who appointed you that?
Excuse me?
Who told you that you're representing 30,000 people?
This is the political action committee that we're representing.
Are you guys serious now?
Very
or
serious.
Because sometimes you come on here and you,
Deadly serious.
And what is going on with your music? Are you guys still recording artists?
Howard, we wrote a song for this organization called
Guys.
Citizens Against Violent Crime.
Explain to me though how you guys make a living. Are you rich guys? Because you do appear to have great clothes. I don't know of the work that you do. You have pamphlets that you're handing out. These have got to be expensive to make.
Security.
It's the organization.
Right. But I'm saying these are expensive. You guys have an expensive lifestyle. You're traveling with bodyguards, black bodyguards, who are not cheap.
What do they need, buddy?
Howard, right now.
Right. Why do you guys have bodyguards?
Listen to me.
Go ahead.
Forget the bodyguards. Forget the mirror.
Why?
The Constitution of the United States is being pissed on by California. The 8th Amendment of the Constitution clearly states that no excessive bail shall be required, no excessive fines imposed, nor cruel and unusual punishments inflicted. Okay? 30,000 people right now in jail for non-violent...
For life. They're
For
serving life in prison.
You're referring
Hang on,
to...
hang on.
No, don't...
Howard, hang on. Hang
Hold
on.
it.
Hang
Hold
on.
it.
Listen
Hold
to me.
it. Hold it. Let me say one
Howard,
thing.
the American public sincerely believes that our prisons are teeming with dangerous...
You don't have to filibuster. You don't have to
Listen to
filibuster.
me. Listen, Howard.
I want to explain what I think you're talking about because nobody...
Fine, let me explain
Let
it.
me explain.
Let me explain
Let
it.
me explain.
Stern, let me explain
Hold it now. Now you've gone too far.
35 states. Listen to me. 30. I didn't make this trip for nothing.
Are you referring to the 3 strikes
Yes,
law?
I am.
Yes. And California is the only state out of 33 states that employ the 3 strikes law that will put someone away for life for a nonviolent petty offense.
Did you break your hand?
No, I didn't break my hand.
Let me see your hand.
My hand's
Hold
fine.
it up.
Bleeding.
You're
Ugh.
bleeding. Why did you punch up glass? If you're worried about nonviolence,
Yeah, really.
Well, he's afraid he could be put away, I guess.
Listen, Howard.
Well, wait a second. One of you guys
Seriously.
was put away for a little bit, right? One of you guys did serve some jail time. Is that how you came to know this thing?
Howard,
tell me
Howard,
what
when you have
happened.
someone you love in prison,
Who is in
it
prison?
is like a knife in your heart.
Who is in prison?
30,000 people in
Who
California.
do you
Who
love
do you
is in
know?
prison?
Who do you love that's in prison?
Howard,
Make
we
this
grew
a
up-
personal story.
Listen to me. Just
Go ahead.
relax. Everyone relax.
No, what about you relax
You
here?
relax.
I'm relaxed.
You're not relaxed.
Listen to me.
relax.
All right, let's start over. Okay?
All right, can I interview you?
Sure, but let me just state, you said a personal
Are you
thing.
recording artist?
Yes, we're recording us. We wrote a song. For
Okay. Number 2.
Go ahead.
You guys haven't made money yet as recording artists. Am I correct?
Pretty much.
Okay,
That's the
but
case.
you're living a good lifestyle, I think.
Why would you say that?
I don't know. You guys seem to have nice
You got
clothing.
leather coats.
These clothes were provided by a suit company in LA that sponsors us.
All right, but how do you get a sponsor?
How do we get a sponsor?
Yeah, I mean, what are they sponsoring exactly?
The nice clothes.
All right.
Listen.
All right. So, are you guys?
Howard.
Do you guys have a trust fund or
Listen,
something?
would you shut up?
What is it, Doug?
I know about these guys. They grew up in a very rich town. In the 5 towns is where they're from. So that's very wealthy area.
But they don't. But that's their dad has money.
Listen,
So their family is very wealthy.
Oh, it is.
Oh, it
All right.
is.
listen to me.
All right. So all right. Now let's move ahead.
Howard, our dad, we were growing up in high school,
Yeah.
and our dad was in jail.
Oh, now I didn't know that.
Our dad
For
was
6 years.
Why was your dad in jail?
For embezzlement and fraud, insurance. Okay, but this is totally different.
Oh,
so we grew up.
We grew up very empathetic. When you go visit someone you love in prison,
All right.
and the correctional officers treat you.
Have you guys been in prison?
I've been in prison.
You have.
Prison,
For what
not
though?
jail.
What'd you do?
Jail.
Tell me what
He's
you
been
did.
Howard, as you know, you've read the article.
I don't even remember. What did you go to
What-
jail for? I'm trying to understand why you guys are so bent out of shape
Howard,
about
I had
the
a
3
medical
strikes law.
condition a few
Okay.
years ago.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which I'm very grateful to say that I've 100% overcame.
A medical condition, schizophrenia or
No,
something?
manic depression.
Manic depression.
Yes.
And you overcame it.
Howard,
He punched out a glass.
listen to me.
Right. Go ahead.
Thank God that we're both healthy.
Right.
Okay.
You do seem better because the last time I
Yeah,
saw
definitely.
you, you were almost catatonic.
Yeah.
Well, as Howard, that was when I just.
That was a day before he got in trouble with the law.
What did you do?
It's you've read that on the air before.
I have.
Yes.
Does anyone remember what he did?
I thought I remember somebody being involved with selling drugs, but I can't.
No,
remember.
no, get out of here.
Then what is it?
Did you rape a clown?
I got into a little altercation with a police officer.
Oh, you did.
That's right.
Why did he stop you though in the first place?
Like I said, I was
Mentally ill.
at the time. I had a chemical imbalance.
But what did you do to make him stop you?
I was driving a stolen truck.
A stolen truck.
And then when he stopped you, you took a swing at him.
That would cause an altercation with a police officer.
It wasn't exactly. It's not black and white like that. At the time, I was driving a truck. The police officers tried to. I really don't even want to get into it. It's so in the past. I mean,
Right. So how long did you go away for?
2 months.
2 months. Okay.
And you
That
know
doesn't
what?
seem unreasonable.
Yeah. I mean, actually, that
and
seems
if I-
pretty fair. I mean, if
Seems a little light
if
to
you're
me.
driving a stolen truck and you get in an altercation with a police officer and they give you 2 months, I'd say the laws are pretty lenient.
Howard, the truth
Would you
is,
agree?
Howard, the truth is
Yeah.
that the people in California who are serving life in prison aren't as lucky as Eric has been. These people
Yeah, well, wait a second. Eric has also done other stuff too. Did you ever threaten a social worker?
Yes.
Okay. So I mean, not only that, not only did he get in a fight with a cop, not only did he steal a car, he threatened a social worker's life. So for all of that to do 2 months,
Howard,
the laws are pretty. Sometimes the law works for you.
Howard.
Yeah.
I feel that's why I'm here today, to repay my karmic debt. I feel I've been given a second chance, and this is part of the reason that we're here today. I got
All right,
involved.
so you say your problem is that if a guy commits 3 crimes, he automatically gets life.
That's the big misconception.
All right.
What's the
One offense
misconception?
can count as multiple strikes in California.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
All right. Now,
Howard.
All right. So, guys, what do you want us to do about it?
We're with this political action committee, CAVC, Citizens Against Violent Crime. We go to the meetings. I was at the Democratic State Convention a couple months ago talking with the governor of California, Gray Davis, about this issue.
All right.
Do you think that's really a good idea for the people you're trying to help?
Did you really meet with the governor?
Yeah, I have pictures. Would you like to see
Really?
pictures?
Do you guys ever laugh or smile?
Yeah, we do.
This is a serious
This is
issue.
very serious.
But I'm just saying, do you really think you represent your issue well?
Robin, have you forgotten what color you are?
No.
What Alabama was to race relations
Oh, here we
in the
go.
civil rights movement, California is to the prisons and the prison
Well,
population.
wait a second.
But
you
if
have to
I saw
admit.
you two coming, I say maybe we need to make the laws stiffer.
Yeah, what about
Howard,
that?
seriously, while we're here,
Well, give me an example of the laws you think that people broke. I mean, I like the fact that people go away to jail for breaking
break the
laws.
law.
Violent criminals.
But what about what
The
your
law-
brother did? He assaulted a police officer. I think 2 months
That's
is too
violent.
lenient. That's violent.
Howard, I had a medical condition.
Okay, fine, whatever. But I'm saying that's violent.
That is violent.
Of course.
And
You
that was in New York. We're talking about California right
all right, now in California,
California is keep in mind, the only state in the nation out of 35 states. New York has a 3 strikes law.
Right.
34 of the states have the 3 strikes law that applies to violent crime.
But why worry
in
about
California?
that?
Let me just give you an example.
Why are we worried about this?
CCPOA.
Because I live in California.
Okay,
and
you live in
$750
And he would be
million
in jail for
in
life
tax.
because you probably have a couple of strikes against you.
I have
has-
no
he
strikes.
has
I have no
no strikes.
felonies,
He has no
nothing. I'm
strikes.
very lucky. And that's why I'm doing this.
But I like that you're worried about having 3 strikes. I don't want you acting out. You are a guy who is known, whether it's medical condition or not, to go off. You're punching out frames in
This-
the green
this
room.
isn't about my brother.
I like that you guys, but it is about
No,
your
it's
brother and
not.
anyone like him. I like that people are afraid. Afraid.
The idea that they have
break the
this
law.
law and people are still breaking it.
Break the law.
I
is
agree
a-
with
a
you.
testament.
I agree with you that when it comes to marijuana and drugs,
That's
there
what
should be,
they-
no one should be in
Howard,
prison.
they
ever.
the prisons are filled with junkies and drug addicts. This is who the law has targeted. In
Wait a second.
1993,
Are most
What-
of those
what?
junkies and drug addicts in jail because they've also committed crimes?
felonies.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's to support their habits.
Right.
that is to
They have a
support their
medical
habit.
condition.
All right, let's see if you
Check
point some
drugs,
people up.
Check bouncers,
Yeah.
drug users, and petty shoplifters are being sent away for life.
I have
in
no problem with
California.
shoplifters being sent
Why
away.
did
You
they
have-
keep doing
Howard,
Right.
Depending.
a homeless man.
A
who's-
homeless man
listen,
is different.
Listen to me.
A homeless man jimmied a church door
Because he was starving
and
to
he
get a
stole a slice of bread. This man is sitting in prison right now, and he's serving life.
And-
with
and-
He didn't do it once.
Yes, he did it.
No, he didn't. He had to do it 3 times.
No, he didn't.
That's
Didn't
not-
I tell you that one offense can count as
Well, I don't
multiple
know. These
strikes?
are all
Did you know that
imaginary
there's
cases.
no statute?
Imaginary
There's
cases?
Yeah, I mean, I don't
someone
know
in
that
their-
these are real cases.
Someone in their early 20s could commit a felony 20 years ago, and 20 years later, for a non-violent petty offense, he can go away
Hey,
for life, and
I
it's
get-
happening.
Let me tell you something. I'm 41. I got no felonies, no non-petty crimes. You just stay out of the way. Don't do anything wrong.
You guys got to realize that too. We got an epidemic out there of lawbreakers.
Howard, I have.
This is big business in California. The Correctional
let's
Officers
see-
Association. Listen to me.
But let's see what people.
Listen to me. The
Let's see what
Correctional
people have to
Officers
say.
Association in California is the largest growing labor pool in the state.
All right, let's see what people have to say.
Wait a second.
Wait a second. Wait, let's see what people have to say. Let's see what the people
Big
have to
business
say.
in California. This is what
Let's
it's about.
see what
it's
people
about
have to
money.
say.
It's the most powerful union in the state of
What did
California.
Beretta say, though? Do you guys know what he said? What did Beretta say?
What the hell are you talking about?
I'm talking about don't do the crime if you can't do the time.
Howard, we're not saying that. We're
Crime
saying
should fit the time.
that's what we're
All
saying.
right, let's go find out what the people think. Rich, go ahead. You're on the air with the Jesus Twins. They have a website, by the way, that you can visit. You can go to thejesustwins.com or go to amend3strikes.org. The boys have gotten political.
That's right.
Really, very political.
And they're angry.
Yeah.
They've always been angry.
Howard, we
They've
know
just been-
people. We know people personally who are serving life in prison for
what?
bullshit offense.
For what? What's the BS
Drug
offense?
possession.
Oh, there.
Drug addicts are in prison right now for life.
All right, let's go
Do
to
you
the
know how many
phone.
people in California are
I
sent
agree
away to
with
life
you
for
about the
possession of
drug issue.
marijuana?
I've been screaming about this for years that all drugs should be legal. What are you going to do about it? No one's listening.
Wait, what are you going to do about it?
Nobody's
This is
doing
America.
anything.
This is America. We are
it's
the
not.
government.
No, you're not.
We
No, you're
are
not.
the
No, you're
government.
not. No, you're not the government.
Get outta here.
You're not the government. You're not the
The
government.
people are the government.
No.
Yes.
No.
We elect our representatives in Congress, the state assemblies, the legislative state
Big
senators.
business. This is the
Where were
government.
you when they were enacting this three strikes law?
This was in 1994.
In 1993.
Listen to me.
Listen to me.
Listen to
in
me.
1993.
No, listen to me for a second.
I want to
Wait,
give you
you're
an
not listening to
education
me.
about
I want
the
to
law.
educate you. I'm smart.
Howard, just talk these guys out on their asses. Every time they come in there, they got
Listen,
some
can we get-
shattering.
Can we get some educated people on the
Until
phone?
they change the law, behave yourself. That's my point.
We are working on changing the law. That's
You're
why we're here.
working to make the-
We are the organization that we represent is gathering signatures to put this initiative on the ballot for November.
Let's
but
go
part
to
of the problem is you're working to make criminals safe.
Right, Tony, go ahead. You're on the air.
Yeah, I just want to let these guys know that airwaves on the Howard Stern Show is sacred. We don't care about the governor of California. You're wasting our time with all your garbage. You're not answering questions.
You get some
Howard's
educated
asking you.
people on the phone.
And listen, I'm
let's
not
talk about people
mad.
that know about the law.
Is educated just mean? Does that just mean people who agree with you?
People who know about the law and what's going on in California. Get those people on the phone.
Oh, hold it. Let me go get them on the phone.
Hey, Howard, let me just tell you, this guy's, I want him on the undercard.
All right.
Both of them.
Let's
I'll bang
get
both their
California
heads together.
residents
Go to
on the phone.
BrianCannon.com.
Let's
I'm easy to
let's
find.
get the people
I'll
who are
bang both
affected
your
by
heads
this law on
together.
the phone right now.
All right. By the way, that was Governor Pataki on the phone. All right. Let's go to Steve. Certainly, you've won some people over. Let's find out if you have. Steve, you're on the air.
Hey, get these idiots off the air, Howard. I thought you weren't going to have them on from before.
I like the Jesus Twins. I always like to hear what they're up
Find
to.
them interesting and like to keep up with them.
Yeah.
There are a couple of
Let's get some
retards.
people who've been affected by this law personally on the phone. Their families are suffering, and this is not a joke.
All right, Sam, do you agree with the Jesus Twins? They're looking for someone to agree with them.
Hey, do I agree with him?
Yeah.
Sounds to me like there's a lot of anger in the room. But, Howard, the bottom line is, do you want to treat somebody who shoplifts baby food as if they committed murder?
Of course not.
Well, that's the problem with this law. Our proposed initiative will only amend the law so that pizza thieves, cookie burglars, petty shoplifters don't get treated like rapists, robbers, and murderers.
Well,
That's all we want
the
to do.
problem is we are overrun with criminals, and it is very, very difficult to sit there and determine what drives people, what they do,
And
if
how
they're
to deter
potentially
crime.
Yeah, it's very hard. It's not that simple.
This is not a get
And
out
let
of
me
jail
tell you
free
something.
card.
There's a lot of
Let the
guys
man
out there.
speak, Howard.
Let the
Wait
man
a second.
speak.
He asked me a question. There's a lot of guys out there who are deterred by the three strikes law. They are.
There's been no the decrease in crime in California has been the same as the decrease in crime in states that have zero three strikes law.
Well.
And in California, the decrease in crime in counties that don't prosecute the law at all is the same as the decrease in counties that prosecute the crime all the time.
Yeah, well, the problem is you're worrying too much about the criminals. And you're not worried about guys like me who don't have one strike, two strikes, or three strikes. And if I had two
Not
strikes,
even in the game.
I would crap
Howard,
my
this
pants
is
before I
affecting
go
people
rob
who've
someone.
never been
I'm that
violent
too.
to
I'm that
anyone.
too.
I understand that.
Well, you know what, Howard?
Yeah.
This does affect. I have one strike against me.
Artie, you're lucky with all the coke you do that you're not serving life
No,
in
let me
prison
tell
in
you
California.
something. I got one strike against me in California.
And that's why you're in New York, probably.
No, and I'm telling you, that scares the hell out of me. If I go to California,
I'm glad you have a
keeping
strike.
you in the street
I
now,
noticed you
isn't it?
behave yourself
No,
now.
I'll tell you, when I go to California, I don't even speed.
Let me
See?
find out what a
Howard,
violent
there are
crime is.
people
Is breaking
that-
into a
there-
house of violent crime?
Howard,
Is breaking into a
hang
house
on,
of violent
one
Answer
second.
my question. Is breaking into a house of violent crime?
Yes, it can be.
It can be.
Yes.
Breaking into
It
a
is
house
a violent
period
crime.
is a violent crime.
Yes. Of course.
And if a guy does it 3 times, what are we going to do?
That's not how the law is. That's not how what's going
But that's
on.
what happens a lot of times. We have
No.
career criminals who we can't get off
This
for
law,
individual crimes.
We are not here to
so
say.
3 strikes
wait
and
a
you're
second.
out.
We are not here to be soft on crime. We believe that violent criminals should be persecuted to the full extent of the law. It's the non-violent, non-serious crimes.
So if you're a shoplifter, you could do it over and over and over and over again.
If I work in a store and I'm barely making it, and I got an epidemic of shoplifters, you know what that's going to do? It's going to cripple my business.
Wait, so you want to send them to jail for 25
You want
years?
to send a shoplifter for jail?
Yes, yes.
What about people that are hungry? What if they steal a piece of
You
bread?
can
'cause
go
they're
to
hungry?
a food kitchen anytime and get a meal.
Half these people
It's
are-
America. It's a
half these
great
people
country.
are
Half of these
mentally
people
ill.
are
You think they know
mentally
about-
ill.
Good, lock them up.
Hey guys, let me ask you a
There's a
question.
difference
I got a
between-
question for you. Just because somebody commits a crime 3 times, you're acting
It's
like
not
they've
three
It's
times.
not 3 times.
You're acting like they've only committed a crime 3 times. It means they got caught 3 times, which means they probably committed it 12 times.
Stock fraud is a nonviolent crime. Should a guy go free like Milken go free because he did stock fraud? You know how many people he hurts?
Howard.
He
That's
hurts
not,
people.
That's not the issue.
You're talking about some homeless
the
guys.
No, we're not talking about homeless. We're talking about 30,000.
And a lot of these homeless guys turned out to be violent.
You're
and they-
hiding behind 2 homeless people to free all
The
criminals.
American.
Yeah, we gotta lock everyone up.
The American public sincerely believes that our prisons are teeming with dangerous and violent people.
That's where they belong.
Listen to me. Over 70% of the people in prison in America are in prison for a non-violent offense.
That doesn't mean they shouldn't be in
Over
prison.
70%
Build
of
more
people
prisons.
in prison in America are in prison for a non-violent
All right, I've given the
offense.
Jesus Twins the last word. I
Howard,
always
we
like
wrote a
seeing you
song.
guys. You
Howard,
wrote a
second.
song.
Yeah, we have a song for the cause.
Where is it?
CD2.
All right, let me hear a little of it. I can't play the whole thing.
Wait, whoa. I didn't
Oh.
fly from LA to play. Look, Casey, one of the stipulations that
You said that the whole song was going to be played. You said the song was going to be played.
You said the whole song is going to be
He
played.
said the whole song was
You
gonna be
said
played.
that.
Whoa.
I
He
love
said
it.
that.
In jail.
I'm not going to play the whole song.
Howard, you know what's funny?
If I like it, I'll play it.
You know I watch the show a lot, all right?
Yes, I
We
do.
busted our ass on this song, all right? Not
Yeah.
for ourselves, but for everyone else.
So a
Now,
lot
listen
of
to me.
people do. So
listen
what?
to me. I watch his show sometimes. I
Yeah.
see Casey when there's a little confrontation of if you think Casey's telling the truth. Did you say that? You said that? Casey, you told our publicist Christina that you'd play this song.
Publicist?
in its entirety. That was one
Don't
of
yell, dude. Don't yell.
Listen.
Don't yell. Let's talk. All right.
Fine, let's talk.
Okay.
Casey,
He said you're gonna play the song. We're gonna play
In
the
its
song. Does
entirety.
not mean if he doesn't want to hear the whole thing, we're not gonna hear the whole
Howard,
thing.
you'll want to hear the whole song.
We're gonna
This
hear.
is-
We're gonna
this
hear
is
the
a-
song.
this is-
I didn't
We're
even
gonna hear
play
the
Paul
song.
McCartney's whole new song.
I don't give a
This
damn
is
about Paul
Jesus Twins,
McCartney,
not
right?
Paul McCartney.
Howard, play their goddamn
You-
Sgt.
right.
Pepper song.
All right, let's hear it. This better be good because
This is
listen, your cause might be good or bad. That's for people to decide. But your music has not been proven yet.
Well,
you know
Play
that.
the song.
Play the song its entirety and give it a fair. Play the song its entirety like Casey.
Wow.
That's why we made. the
Casey's
trip.
a liar. Take it up with him.
Granted, that's your
I ain't
problem, not
KC.
mine.
Maybe KC will listen to it.
We
in
are gonna
its
hear the
entirety.
song.
Good.
We're gonna
Thank
hear
you.
the song.
You promised them the whole
No,
song?
I didn't say the whole song. So we're gonna hear. We're
Casey?
gonna hear the song.
What if I can't take it?
Hang on. You'll
Then we turn it off.
You'll take it.
Howard, grant us that. We
All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. You're making me nuts.
People travel
Go ahead.
Let the
3,000
American
miles.
public hear the
You
song.
love being on this show. Please, you're lucky to be here.
Yeah, what other show has you?
You're lucky in my magnanimous attitude that I take you boys in. No one else puts you on. No
Where
one.
else you gonna get
Who
to
else would
air
put up
this?
with
Yeah,
you?
really, where do you guys go to
Yeah.
get
Let's
your
play the
message?
song, please.
Exactly.
Your whole hand is bleeding. You're busy
I
punching
know, he's
glass.
dripping. While
You better go see a therapist.
you got a bleeding problem?
Why would you punch a picture?
Listen.
Explain that to me.
Because it won't hit him back.
All right.
We busted our ass on
But
the song.
he
Let's
should
just hear the
have.
song.
His hand should have stopped bleeding by now. You got a bleeding problem?
He's got a whole he's got a whole situation going on.
Listen.
All right, let me hear this.
fine.
All right, shh. Shh.
I left my daughter sleeping in the bedroom. I said, honey, don't you worry, 'cause ain't do surely cool. With those last words to her play like a broken record. Well, she got what she wanted, but I can't exchange this word.
I got to hear the whole thing?
Yes, you do.
I get it.
I'm never going to make it.
Goddamn song.
I can't understand the words.
I know.
Listen,
You know, the song
Listen.
was great until the song started.
Let's go. Let's play the song.
I like the part where the beginning
Finish the
was.
song.
Except for the lyrics, I like it.
I'm keeping silence on the lock and key. This moment, I'm tangled up in your hypocrisy. This moment, I beg you, Father, please don't.
How about a 3 strikes law in the music
Let's get
industry?
the goddamn song finished.
You 3 bad songs and you're out. They only
Come on,
make
go.
Howard.
I heard familiar sounds coming from my woman. Yeah, well, I guess that night I came.
Hey, you know what?
What?
Shut up.
You got your point across. You know what?
Play
I gotta
the
say
song.
something. No, I gotta say, as a producer of the show, you guys
Get
get
out
your
of
point
here, the
across.
producer of the show.
You know what?
Stern,
You're
play
driving
the
people
music.
away. Give me a
Stern.
break. You're done.
Stern, no, we're not done.
Play the fucking song.
Hey, no F word.
No F word.
No F
Yeah.
word.
There's people in prison who are listening right now who need to hear this song.
You know what?
They need to
You got to be kidding.
No, I'm not kidding you. There's
Enough.
people right now listening on a Walkman in their 6x8 windowless prison cell who need this song.
You got
now
your
play
point-
the song.
you got
this
your
is not
point
about getting a
across.
point across.
Play the song.
You're not going to
Please
get
play
any
the song.
I got to tell you
Hear
something.
this song.
With this music, you're not going to get any new
Get
fans.
out of here. Play the song.
Disagree.
And I ran 'cause I thought I could catch that.
I don't think we're going to find anyone who likes it.
Yes,
Play the
yes, we will.
song.
Please, let's just play it and then decide. Play it and then decide.
Does it get better?
What, is it going to change?
Yes, it does.
You're saying there's a part coming up that's better.
The whole thing is better. Just play
All
the
right.
song.
Again. But it was you caught me that night in a hotel room.
There's a guy on the phone
After the song.
I'm keeping silent.
who is in prison.
You know what? You're in their prison right now.
I'm in prison with them.
You're in their prison.
I want to be in isolation.
Is this song helping you?
No.
This moment, I beg you, Father, please don't forget me. They said.
There's a guy on the phone who was in prison, Henry Hill.
Oh my God!
Listen, this isn't a joke, all right? I don't
What,
have time for this.
who's joking?
Tell me-
Who's joking?
Criminal.
I'm the only one who
I don't
even
care.
plays this stuff.
Listen, I don't care about Henry Hill, all right?
Well, maybe you don't, but other people do.
Well, I don't.
He was in the movie Goodfellas. That was his life.
Yeah, somebody heard of him.
Yeah. What is it, Henry?
Hey, Howard.
Yeah, you were in prison. What do you think?
You're all for not having the 3 strikes.
Oh, yeah, Henry loves this, what you guys are about.
Is Henry Hill?
Yes.
Please.
That's the real Henry Hill. This guy could have you guys killed in 2 seconds.
You want to know something? Howard,
what do you have to say?
Howard.
Yeah.
You got it all wrong.
Wow, he's drunk.
Oh, is he off the wagon?
Are you on booze right now?
No way, Jose.
What does he have to say?
Come on, say something to the Jesus twins.
What? The Jesus guys are coming on next.
How many days did you have before we?
I saw you in Vegas at the end of January. You were doing so good. What happened?
Who's that? Is that Gary?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gary,
Yeah.
I'm in town.
What town?
Are we going to make this a goddamn joke? We're going to get the people out of prison.
Wait a second. It's not all about you. Henry Hill is calling
We're
in.
on the show right now,
This
so it's
is a
about
man
us.
in trouble.
This is a man in trouble. You have no compassion.
Listen,
The guy's supposed to not drink. He could lose. You know his children were given over to black people to raise? All right, Henry, you better go sober up. Cabby, go ahead. Cabby, quickly.
Yeah, I just got to say, these guys are idiots, and I think one of your undercards for the fight should be IPC, those idiots from the Insane Clown Posse, fight these guys. And see who the king of the idiot in the music world is.
Go ahead. Respond to that.
I'm not responsive to this.
You don't even. You won't. Hey, don't
No
use the F
F
word.
word,
No F
Eric.
word.
Come on, jackass. Pull your head out of your ass. You're suffocating
All right,
your
listen.
small brain.
All right. Enough with the insults.
Thank you, Howard.
I'll give you one fact. Since the 3-strike rule, violent crime and robberies are down in California.
That's not true.
That is
That's-
true. That is
You
true.
just pulled that off the
Listen.
news wire. Yes, it is. Robberies and violent crimes are down. Since the
Crime is
three-strike
down
rule.
when the economy
Howard,
is good. That's what they don't mention. And the politicians in California want you to believe that. But the truth of the matter is that the 3 strikes law in California is big business.
I got to tell you something. I don't know what the song's about.
Well, why don't you listen instead of talking
I'm
over
listening.
It's hard to listen.
Yeah, let me out.
Well, why are you laughing?
I just
What are
think
you
it's, I
laughing
think it's horrible.
Oh my God!
I mean,
It's
just
not hard.
Who gives a shit what you think?
Hey, don't use the S word.
Sorry.
Come on.
You know what? John Lennon wrote "Give Peace a Chance." At least it was a good song.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying the music and the singing's horrible.
Right. The singing's
I think
your
you should-
album was real great.
I sold more than this crap will ever sell.
John, no offense. Yours is about on par with
Oh,
it.
get out of here.
You know.
I think in the final cut, you should leave in the phone call from Henry Hill. It makes it better.
I'm trying to understand the words. Lie, I can't fly.
Fly.
I can't fly.
Die.
Die.
my God.
You're embarrassing
All right.
yourself, moron. No
Harvey
one's laughing with you.
Harvey Leeds is on the phone. He's a professional record guy. Let him have the final word. Go ahead, Harvey.
Hello there.
Yeah, go ahead. What record company you work for?
Epic Records.
Okay, go ahead.
Over 30 years.
Thank you.
Do you want to sign the guys?
It's nice to be back in the air with the Jesus Twins.
Right.
I think what they're talking about is a very serious topic. However, I think they're making a joke out of it. And the song, I think, is just so...
Listen, this is
Finish. I think the song is so...
Didn't we reject your ass a few years ago?
I think the song...
Is this your way of
your only
coming-
way
is
of,
this your
of
only
getting
way of-
retribution?
Something.
Are we going to get a real record company executive on the air? or are we
He
gonna
is
go-
real. He is real.
No, he's not-
He's as real as it gets, my friend.
Yeah, he's as real as it gets.
He is. He's a vice president.
come
of
up
Epic
here with
Records.
a very big
And he also
band.
came on the air with us a few years ago.
And we called him a douchebag, and now he's trying to get...
So you called him a douchebag and he's not important.
No, this is his way of...
Getting back at you guys, you feel.
No, I think what they're talking about is
shut
a
up, big
very
dope.
serious subject.
Right.
But I'd like to see them get somebody of name
right.
value and somebody who has artistic
Well, the
merit.
boys are passionate,
Thinking about
Harvey.
their,
The boys are passionate.
Yeah, but Harvey does make a point. Why would the group hook up with the Jesus Twins and not a band that has some recognition?
I don't know any of the bands that really would hook up with this. So the Jesus Twins have taken it on.
I guess
You know
they
who-
were the only ones available.
You know who's looking to do
Oh,
stuff?
this is a serious
I'm
issue
happy
for
to
us.
see the Jesus Twins at least doing something serious.
The Bay City Rollers.
They were party boys for years.
You know who's around? That guy from the Spin Doctors
Listen,
is doing
this-
stuff.
Yeah. All right, Harvey.
But I
Thank
have
you.
one question. I mean, do they feel that every person that's in prison for a nonviolent crime deserves the same prison sentence? I mean, you can't just lump it all together. Somebody, you know...
What is he talking
I don't know either. All right, Harvey,
You
go
take
back.
that up with him in person.
Yeah, you talk to the Jesus Twins personally. All right. If you want to speak to the Jesus Twins, because I have to wrap it up, I'm being given the signal. All right. If you want to talk to the Jesus Twins, if you feel they know what they're talking about, you want to get involved with this.
Jesus, I wish they'd answer.
They can go to
some other question.
amend3strikes.org.
Or they could call 866-3-STRIKES.
I'm
Or-
so dying to know about their personal life.
TheJesusTwins.com. You boys getting laid on a personal note? Are you?
That department's fine.
All right, that's all that counts. Anyway.
Where's your manager? What happened to him?
Oh, forget about that.
Where is your manager?
I heard he's back.
John no longer... No, John.
John's not back because I heard he was going to be here today.
No, he's not going to be here today.
He was the best part of the ensemble.
All right, Jesus Twins, it's good to see you boys. Thank you for coming in. You've gotten your message out. Let's see what happens.
He has bled through this entire.
I know.
interview.
I'm very
don't
upset about
understand.
that. There's no. I don't know what's going on with you. That you're punching a picture. That's crazy. That is crazy.
You know what's even crazier is that 30,000 people are serving
No,
life in
it's
prison
not as
All
crazy.
right, all
for a
right, all
nonviolent
right.
offense.
Okay.
That's what's crazy.
You guys got to take care of yourself. You can't sit there and punch. Do you play guitar?
Yeah.
Now, how are you going to play the guitar with your hand like that?
Better.
How are you going to play your guitar now?
Listen, my hand is fine.
All right. All right. I've been told we went 40 minutes with the Jesus Twins.
Oh, see, Jesus Twins,
I'm getting yelled at because of this segment.
and you scream like we don't give you airtime.
All right. Good luck with your cause, boys.
Thank you very much.
I know you're passionate about it. Jesus Twins, thank you for coming in. Come see us again. The Jesus Twins.
Jesus Twins. You guys think you got the message across?
For the people, hopefully for the people who it's intended for, yeah.
What about the reception to the music? Is that a little upsetting?
No, I think the song's really good.
So you feel it was a successful visit this time?
Yes.
What about the other Jesus Twin? Would you agree? It's a success?
Yes, that is very good discuss.
All right, guys.